Again, my name is Anthony Igwe. I was born and raised in Nigeria, where I went to elementary school. The elementary school I went to was called St. John's Elementary School. And Nigeria is in Africa, in case you're wondering. So it's like 8,000 miles away. What does that mean? So you got to get on a plane, sit on the plane for like 10 hours. Can you imagine that? Before you get to Nigeria, before you get to where my village is. And so today I am pleased to be able to tell you a story from a tribe similar to the tribe where I'm from, which is the Igbo tribe. And the other thing, just so you know, the reason I gave you my middle name, Chukwuemeka means my parents wanted a boy. They took one look at me and they said, God has done well. And it was all downhill from there. Anyway, that's what happened. So that's what Chukwuemeka means. God has done well. So, but my parents, like I told you guys before, are excellent storyteller. My mom takes the cake. And she will make you sing, make you even do like a call and response in her stories and in her reading. So I am trying, if I can. If I can do half as good as she does, I will be pleased. So I went to school here in the United States when I moved here in 1980. I was 17 years old when I moved. So I came to go to school, went to Eastern Michigan University, and then went to Mississippi State in Starkville, Mississippi, and then came back to Detroit area and finished up at Wayne State University. So right now I live in Pittsburgh, and I'm working as a civil engineer. But my Kalista is one of my people from my village. I keep calling her people from my village. So I married into Kalista's family, and so has been one of the best things that ever happened to me. That actually helped me get to know a lot more about African American culture in the U.S. and come to see how it's not that much different from the Igbo culture in Nigeria, in terms of how people respect their elders, how people have even their grandmothers, 2 or 3 generations, right? Mom, dad, grandmother living in the same house. So it's awesome. If you're little, if you're like 4, 5, 6, 8 years old, and you're in the same house with your grandma or your grandpa, that is an awesome thing. Tell them to tell you stories sometimes. Maybe they'll do that. Okay, so the one we're talking about today is why Anansi has 8 thin legs. If you've ever seen spiders, I'll warn you right now, if you're afraid of them, don't go near them, don't pick them up, don't look, take their word for it. They're 8 thin legs. Here we go. And this is a tale from West Africa. Now the book is small, but don't worry about it. I think you can still see the story. So once upon a time, a long time ago, there lived a spider called Anansi. That's a mean-looking spider. So it says one day on his way to the river, he stopped by Rabbit's house. Ooh, you are cooking greens, Anansi cried. I love greens. They're not quite ready, said the rabbit, but they will be soon. Why don't you stay and eat with me? Also, I love to rabbit, but I have some things to do, said Anansi. He knew that if he stayed at Rabbit's house, Rabbit would give him chores. So he took off. I know, said Anansi. I'll spin a web. Then I'll tie a thread between my leg and your pot. When the greens are ready, tug on the thread. Then I'll come running. Rabbit thought that was a very good idea. So that's what Anansi did. As Anansi walked on, he sniffed the air. I smell beans cooking. Come and eat the beans with me, cried Monkey. They are almost ready. I love to, Monkey, but I must go. And again, Anansi suggested that he spin a web and tie a thread to his leg and to the pot. Monkey thought that was a great idea, so that's what Anansi did. Okay. By the time Anansi reached the river, he had a thread tied to each of his 8 legs, for he had met 6 more friends who were cooking. This was such a good idea, Anansi thought. I wonder whose pot will be ready first. He's licking his chops. Just then, Anansi felt a tug on one of his legs. Ah, that's the thread tied to Rabbit's greens, he said. Then he felt another tug. Then another. Anansi was being pulled 3 ways at once. Whew. Oh dear, said Anansi, as he felt a 4th thread pull, then the 5th, and the 6th, a 7th thread pull, and then an 8th. And now he's stretched out. Oh my, sighed Anansi as he rolled into the river to wash the threads away. Oh my, sighed Anansi as he rolled into the river to wash the threads away. Maybe it was not a good idea after all. And that is why to this day, Anansi the spider has 8 very thin legs. They got stretched out. Ouch! It's awesome. You see in the back it says, Anansi's great idea doesn't turn out as he hoped. So I don't know about you, but sometimes, you know, as a little kid, you have these things you think are great ideas, and you run out to go do them, and they get you in trouble. So make sure you ask some older people you trust if that idea is a great one before you even think about it, because you never know. You could have 4 thin appendages.